Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the first episode of Last Week in Tech. This is a series where I discuss what happened last week in technology. I hope to make this a weekly series where it's quick and crisp about the details that happened over the past week. So let's dive right into this week's main news. Starting off, we have some news that isn't as explosive as it was a few years back. Yes, I'm talking about the Samsung Galaxy's Note lineup, the Note 10 and Note 10 Plus. Yes, and it comes with this ridiculous rainbow back. Now, I'm not someone who cares about how small the bezels are, but they're barely noticeable on this Galaxy Note 10. This really tells us how far we have come over the years in thinning down bezels and making the screen look bigger. It has a punch hole display for the camera, and this is a trend we've been seeing lately, and I'm glad if it's here to stay. It's got a new stylus with inbuilt accelerometer, so you can use it even away from the phone. On the whole, this seems like a very solid device coming from Samsung, as it's their flagship device. Hopefully I can review them soon. So Samsung, if you have any extra units available, please send them home. I really need content for my channel. Talking about phones, we have news about the Pixel 4, and it's again through leaks. You think they'll learn after what happened with Pixel 3, but apparently not. This Pixel 4 comes with a 90Hz display, so you'll have a better experience while you're scrolling, I guess. Apart from what we already know about the Pixel, the Google team was nice enough to tell us about more details about the camera, and it might be coming out with a DSLR add-on. You know, Pixel is really serious about their cameras when they say they have a DSLR add-on just for a smartphone. On the topic of Google, we have the Android Q beta release and the developer preview available right now. And the biggest change that happened is in the navigation bar. In the sense, there is no navigation bar. It's all going to be replaced by gestures. In the sense, it's going to be like the ones you see on MIUI. But we still don't know what the Q in Android Q stands for. I mean, if you have any thoughts, leave them down in the comments below. Finally, about smartphones, we have Huawei coming up with their new Harmony OS. You know, the company that Trump thought was a security threat and wasn't anymore? Yeah, that one. So Huawei says they've been working on this OS for the past 10 years, and it's supposed to be seamless. In the sense, it seamlessly works across your devices, your phone, your laptop, and your other smart devices. And it's open source and built differently. And they say that this could be faster than Android, but only time is going to tell that. Rumors say that lots of Chinese companies have been trying out Harmony OS on their phones, including BBK Electronics, which is OnePlus, Vivo, and Oppo. Coming out of the world of smartphones, if you remember playing GTA San Andreas, and you must remember this cheat code Rocketman, where you would get a jetpack and fly across places. Well, that's now possible in real life. I mean, just check out this dude successfully crossing the English Channel on his newly built hoverboard. Yeah, and it's a real hoverboard, not the ones that wannabe kids rode around a few years back. Last week was also great for the electric car company. Two companies, namely Electric Motors, which is a vintage car distributor, and EV West, which works with car distributions and car modifications. This dates back to 2010 when they started working together on vintage cars, but it wasn't until a few years back that they actually got public recognition, since the recognition of Tesla in the electric car community. They wanted to take up a bigger project than the regular ones, and so they planned to build an electric car version of the 1968 Porsche 912. Here's what Michael Bream of EV West has to say about it.
A little bit of a challenge engineering-wise because the car is much smaller than the cars that we're pulling the components out of. A Tesla drive unit comes out of a 5,500-pound car, and we're trying to shoehorn it into about a 2,300-pound car.
Experiments like this really show that people are picking up on electric cars, and the numbers are here to prove it. Moving on, let's talk about the soon-to-happen streaming wars. It's just like Real Wars, but everybody's losing. I'm just saying people are not going to pay a monthly fee just so they can watch Friends and The Office when they can get it from sources. Disney just announced their streaming service Disney Plus, which contains the Disney content, Hulu Plus and ESPN, all for just $12.99. As I said, it's going to cost $12.99 in the US, which is about the same price as Netflix and Amazon Prime Video in the US. Remember when we had cable TV and we had so many different channels and each channel had different stuff in it? Well, streaming online was initially supposed to change that, but reality says otherwise. With companies coming out with their own streaming services, each streaming service has their own content, and if you want all the content, you need to pay for all of them. Well, that is not what was supposed to happen, but is what is happening right now. Well, that's about it for this week's news. Thank you for watching, and come again next week for more news. Leave your suggestions and comments down below about what you think about this series, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.